What's up, guys? We're gonna bro beats, and today we're gonna talk about something real important. If you guys haven't subbed already or turned posts on, you should do so because let's have it a lot. So what I'm gonna talk about is very simple and it's gonna be short. And then we're going to make a real beat, okay, all the way through everything. Okay, I'm gonna show you sound selection, all that. But what I want to talk about real quick is your organization. Now, I'm not gonna go into detail and blah 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 and make a whole video. I'm gonna just show you. Okay, now a lot of people, when I like a lot, beginner, not beginner, I see this more than I see people organize stuff. Bro, a lot of people have their stuff looking like this, right? And then they wonder why it's hard for them to structure their beats. It's because they can't find nothing, right? Now imagine if I made a video, if I made tutorials where I said, okay guys, we're gonna start with the kick. Okay, now we're gonna do the chords. All right, now we're gonna do the hi-hats. All right, let's go back to the melody. All right, let's do the 808. Now the counter melody. Now it'll be kind of annoying to follow, wouldn't it? It'd be very annoying. You'd be like, yo, can you just stick on one? So how do you think somebody feels when they collab with you, right? And your file's looking all crazy. And then we're not even gonna talk about the mixer. When you got a kick over here, and then I done seen people with their 808 like down here, and then they got their melodies over here, and then they even have some stuff right here. Look, do this part first, okay? I forgot, see, this is why I forgot which order these were in, but let me see, put this one up here. And this one up here. All right, this is, I color code my melodies the same color, right? Most people should be doing this anyway, right? And then we got our snares, claps, you know, perks, and then I always group my kicks and AOS together. Now when you do this, you can just double click. I just like to do it manually, right click, and you can go to channel routing, right? And this is all you have to do. It's that simple. Your file shouldn't look ugly anymore, okay? Especially in FL. This is the most nice looking DAW out there, okay? Now, if you're using Studio One, Pro Tools, and all that, this is way more important, all right? So that's all I want to talk about. Now we're gonna cook up, we go from scratch, everything. We're gonna make a full beat all the way to the drums and all that. All right, so we're just gonna cook up. Now, if you want to follow along, you can. I'm gonna kind of explain things as I go at a certain point, but really just making a beat, okay? So if you want to make a beat with me, you can. I'm just grabbing the D minor. I want to make some kind of like sad. So here's the sound I'm using. I don't know. This is the only sound I really like in this little thing. So let's go here. Let's make this a little shorter. Start with this little chord. All right. Now, I just want a steady, I kind of want like a little steady kind of groove. Let me see. And I'm gonna just offset some of these notes just a little bit. And so I'm gonna invert this because it's sounding a little too like happy. Let's take this, I'm gonna hold Alt and like put it off a little bit. I'm holding Alt still so I can place this where I want, and I'm just adding in some notes. And then now we can stretch this out and see how that sounds. That's 2. There we go. All right, so let's copy this, move it up one. Actually, let's do it like this. Let's see what that sounds like, and let's add 1. Okay, I like this. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, so here's our next sound, and this is it. It's kind of harsh, so I'm gonna use it lightly. So I'm gonna just go in and just pick the best spots I think it should be in, but I'm not gonna overdo it. I'm just reuse all the notes I already have. Just keep it simple as possible. Let's maybe do something like this. See what that sounds like. Okay, I think that's pretty decent. It's very low key. Now let's do this one, which is the ARP. All right, and it's just to fill up more space. All right, now let's start here and let's change the top note. Okay, I think that's pretty decent. So now let's move on to the next section of VSTs. All right, so now this would be like our counter, and what I want to do is just kind of make it like an ARP, right? But a more noticeable ARP in the background. So what I'm gonna do is probably play with the original chords a little bit, like make this my range. All right, and I like that F and E combo as I was playing with earlier. So I'm gonna start there and just build. Let's make this a little louder. Make this larger as well. I'm gonna pull this up and maybe just trickle it down as I go. So I remember we used that A. So actually, was it A? Let me see. Yeah, it was. Got a G. Let's just see what it sounds like. All right. So now we could just add stuff on this side. So just for variation, doesn't have to be much. I'm gonna just take this A and see what that. All right, and I'm gonna just copy this over so we can get to the drums, and this is the sounds, okay? And I'll just play it by itself so you can hear it. All right, so now let's move on to the bass. All right, so let's do the bass now, and this is the bass I'm using. All right, let's go on the piano roll. Just start on the root, that's the given. So I'm gonna copy the rhythm from our chords so you can see it starts like right here. And actually, I'm gonna see if this works, this dynamic. See if that works. All right, so it's not boring. I'm going to pull some of these notes up, like add some notes and pull them up. So we know that E and F worked. So I'm gonna just offset these, pull it up. and I want it to glide through both of them, and then we can come here and just cut it so it has like a rhythm, so it's not just straight up like a full note. Listen to it. All right, and I'm thinking this needs something else. I want to put a vocal. I don't want to use arcade, so I just might use this already recorded one. So let's just go ahead and put all the effects and stuff on the vocal. I'm gonna just drag in the vocal from here. So all right, so I'm gonna just grab in a quick little vocal here. Actually, save myself some time and throw that down. And since we're in D minor, so if we want to switch it from E, go back 2, so we need to go negative 200 cents up here. All right, and let's pull this up, and I just want to see what this sounds like. I hope it sounds good so we don't have to waste no more time. All right, it's pretty decent. I don't like the part like around here, but I'm gonna just save time. All right, so now we got the vocal out the way. Now let's do the kick in 808. All right, so now let's do the 808. So I'm gonna just copy this to here, and we can just delete these middle ones. Pull this up, and then I'm gonna probably pull these down so we get like those lower 808s. Probably gonna be too low, so Shift D so we can let's go to the kick, and I'm gonna just place these manually. All right, and then I'm gonna add the kick for. Okay, I gotta stop that. I'm gonna add a kick for this synth bass because I want that to be like the major part. So I'm gonna just play this by itself. I'm gonna turn that off. Oh. Okay, I think that's decent for like the lower end stuff. So now let's actually finish it out with the drums. All right, so let's throw in a snare. Let's add the hi-hats. Let's go back to the thirds. let's move this one, and I'm gonna remove this one at the end. So those are the hi-hats. Now all right, I want some other texture here, so I'm gonna see what I can play this. Double click, right click, oh wait, time, right click, go to 4 bars, and what I'm gonna do is just turn this EQ down, turn this down a little bit. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so now we can just, and this is just for the outro, but now we can close this. All right, and we can turn all this on. And I'm gonna just play like the 808 part and the synth bass part. Okay, so here's the whole beat. All right, that's gonna be it for this one. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.